But here's the funny thing about this. I just noticed while they were introducing the Grenadier starting lineup, an entire Kentucky lineup.
They do have 3 men on the team from Indiana. Tamaje Blackwell, as we said, from Evansville. Jathan Ritter, 6'4" freshman who has yet to play this year. He's from Bedford. And Justice Dixon, a 6' freshman from Evansville. Chris Coffey easily wins the tap, given about a 5-inch height advantage over David Burton. And IU Southeast will open up in the man-to-man.
See how long they stay with that, too, though, with their undersized.
Omer, pressured by Osborne, gives it up. Now to Coward, straight away with 15 to shoot. Conway over to Jones on the wing, going to move into the middle. Shot's no good. Jones gets his own board back. That one is no good. Coffey's putback is in.
Well, that's the problem when you're undersized and, both your guys are injured that could match up.
Osborne working around a screen to the right side. And now Rogers back to Osborne. Osborne trying to drive on Coffey. He has nowhere to go, but out to David Burton. Burton will let a 3 fly. It is off the mark. Burton, 44% on the season, misses his first tonight. Omer got a wide open look and buries it. His 15th three, and Wiley Brown immediately wants a timeout.
And that's a in the Sweet 16 that he's seen. Omer's range is unlimited.
That was Jake Omer's 15th three on the season. He is shooting 49% from downtown. And now the Grenadiers facing some pressure, and Chris Coffey has the steal. Out to Jake Omer, and Georgetown has the ball back. First turnover of the night. Coward gets a screen inside, and I think Coward couldn't decide if he wanted the lob or the bullet pass, and it wound up being a turnover.
They messed up Coffey's man bun, too, a little bit.
Tamaje Blackwell in for the first time. Jacoby Hendricks out. Blackwell, 6'1" junior out of Evansville, Indiana. He averages 14 points per game in just 20 minutes of action. Long pass in and nearly intercepted, but Wales spins away with it up ahead to Blackwell, and he lays it in as Coward gambled for the steal. It allowed Wales to get forward and hit Blackwell with a beautiful pass.
Good job of breaking the press.
Omer, a bit out of control. I think he was playing for the foul instead of the shot. Southeast comes back this way. Good pass over to Douglas, who wants a three. It's an air ball. Kerryon Douglas into the game for the first time. He's also out of Louisville. Omer tripped from behind. And they will get Kerryon Douglas for the foul.
He stopped, and as he stopped, Omer just happened to be in the way, and he stepped on Omer's foot.
Douglas out of Ballard High School in Louisville.
Now Jake quit at Wells. Really good, consistent winning basketball programs down there in Louisville. Had some great players come out of Ballard.
Coffey wanting to cross over on Burton, just barreled into him, and they're going to call a block as Burton was giving space the entire way. I think if Burton had just
stayed there, he would have got a charge.
He just held his ground, but instead he picks up his first foul, team second.
Good grief.
I don't know who L.J. Coward was throwing that one to.
That was a Nolan Ryan fastball, went by the ear of Jacob Conway.
That's 2 turnovers for Georgetown, and L.J. Coward has them both. 2 minutes in, Georgetown leading IU Southeast 5-2.
That one gave Conway a haircut if he didn't need one.
Osborne trying to split through the traffic. Crafty finish with the left hand. Went underneath the arm of the 6'7" Chris Coffey to score. Osborne on the board for the first time. Coward on the drive, finishes.
See, that's what Cowherd can do because he's so much stronger than a lot of guards he'll play against. On the defensive end, Georgetown can't allow the Grenadiers to get in the paint.
Osborne to the elbow, now gets it to Burton in the corner. He wants to try another three. This one too long, and a rebound pulled down by Douglas. Blackwell will try a three. That one not there. Chris Coffey has it for the Tigers.
Give it up to a guard there, Chris. Thank you.
And why? Because he's not one.
He's not one, right.
Here is Chris Coffey. He'll take the 17-footer. Off the mark. There's Jacob Conway underneath. His putback is good. Conway had 10 boards in the win against Vanguard, so showing a little more toughness. They could use that down low against the undersized Grenadiers. 9-4 Tigers lead, 3 minutes in.
A game of little mini runs so far.
Burton switched on Coward, and a fall-away jumper is good. Good challenge from Coward to get a hand in the face, and Jones clears it.
Coffey calling for the lob, but not there.
Coward with the left hand to Coffey in the baseline. Conway was in the way. Otherwise, Coffey was running the baseline. Coffey up, and couldn't finish. Burton didn't want a challenge to pick up a second foul. Chris Coffey just couldn't finish the lay-in.
Yeah, got to use the left hand, too, with that. He may have had a better chance of finishing.
Osborne, the southpaw, now works against Kyron Jones. Going to try and work baseline to get around him and nowhere to go. Douglas, good extra pass to Blackwell. Good ball movement around the perimeter, and it leads to a Wales three that's no good. Blackwell tried to come back for the tap. It wasn't there, and eventually over to Georgetown.
Good ball movement, and again, when you're undersized, you're going to have to spread the floor and move the basketball.
Did a good job of that time. Maurice Tolley in for the first time for IU Southeast, wearing 12 in crimson, taking the place of Wales. Tolley, another one out of Louisville. He attended Butler High School.
Butler Bear. You may see another former Butler Bear here in the gym a little bit later on tonight.
Coward here, trying to get to Omer behind the Coffey screen. Nothing doing.
Good job by Gordon to hedge that.
Coward working on Tolley in the lane. Floater is good. That's senior working against freshman. And a stoppage in play.
He lost his shoe.
Yeah. Coward with the blown tire.
Listen to this group that I can just tell you straight up from Ballard. Allen Houston, Jeff Jones, who played at Virginia in the 80s, along with Jeff Lamp. I mean, Allen, as we mentioned Allen Houston, I mean, that's a ridiculous group right there.
They've sent on countless guys onto the college game. Three-pointer from Tolley is good.
Well, he didn't break a sweat before he let one fly, did he?
Third three of the season for the freshman, 11-7. 15:30 remaining in the first half. Coffey has it straight away, faked the lob to Conway. If Jacob Conway ever caught a lob pass and threw it down, I might fall out of my seat. Conway just uses his strength down low on Hendricks. That's a smart move from Georgetown to get him down low on the 6-foot Jacoby Hendricks. Conway has 4.
Well, and I'll go on the other side of that. If Coffey throws a lob pass, I would fall out of my chair.
Blackwell now over to Osborne, fakes the three, going to
nice.
go around Coffey and banks the floater in. Two crafty plays from Jared Osborne, and Chris Briggs wants a 30-second timeout.
Well, that's because of defense, or should I, when you're undersized, you got to find different ways to get the ball up on the rim or on the backboard, and Osborne shows you that he has learned that.
And it's a good message out there for anyone else that might be undersized. You can still find ways to get your shots up and get baskets. And Osborne with a good start. 4-point Tiger lead, just over 5 minutes in to this night. Both teams undefeated on the season. Coward gets a screen from Jones. Down low, Kyron Jones gets it in good position. Bumped by Blackwell and finishes through it.
Jones is just so strong in the upper body.
He keeps trying to tell me he's going to knock down 3-pointers. He promised 2 for me the other night. And then in warm-ups today, he told me he was going to hit 3 of them.
You didn't see it. I had to tell you.
I had to remind him that you got to hit 1 before you can hit 3. He's hit 1 all season. And then we told him he's been around Chris Coffey too much.
Way too much.
Blackwell's challenge won't go down. And Jones behind the back to Omer. I'd say get it down to Kyron Jones again.
Oh, nice.
Omer just trying to muscle it up, can't get it to go. Coffey spin and an offensive foul as he tried to spin, and Blackwell was there to draw the charge.
Yeah, I thought they were first going to get, I think it was Gordon that came down hard with the swipe of the basketball, but it was all leather, as you could hear it over our headsets here.
Posh into the game for the first time.
That name just rolls off your lips, doesn't it?
Jake Omer. And also looking on the sideline, Nico Clarith not dressed tonight. So Georgetown goes even shorter on the bench.
It looked like he didn't feel well tonight. And we have the stoppage of play here. I don't know.
Shot clock.
It's at 10. I don't think it should be at 10.
No. So Georgetown really with only 3 healthy bodies on the bench right now. Hugo Boomba, Jake Omer, and Omari Tyler. And the Tigers without Nico Clarith. And I agree with you. He came out to the gym a couple of hours before tip to get some shots up and just didn't look like he was feeling all that well. And, of course, we talked about the injury issues of Michael Toure on the season, missing his 4th straight game. On the drive, Hendricks had to get it to the corner to Osborne. Osborne, Coward, cut him off on the baseline and forced him to give it up. Nicely done. Tolley at the top, working around Posh from the elbow. Crafty finish.
Coffey needs to get his hand up. You might hear coaches talk about when you close out, have your hands up. Chris had it down around his waist.
Especially when you've got a 7-inch height advantage over Tolley, who has 5 early. Now IU Southeast has gone to his own.
Yep, 2-3, or actually it looks like a 1-2-2.
Coffey was there on the backdoor lob, and Coward didn't see it until it was too late. Posh Posh. One of the few times we'll be able to say Posh Posh backing his way to the basket. And I say that just because he is very, very slight of frame.
But he's stronger than he looks. He really is.
Straight away, Hendricks 3, bang home. Jacoby Hendricks' first 3. The second for the Grenadiers on 7 tries. 17-14.
Well, they're going to keep bombing away.
Meanwhile, Georgetown has only attempted 1 3, and it was from Jake Omer, and he knocked it down. Very much playing into the size advantage they'll have. Coward stops, floater from 10, forced that one. I think he was looking for the foul. Tolley played it well. 3 ball from Hendricks. We are tied. As you said, they're going to keep bombing. That is their 8th 3-point attempt on 14 shots in total. We are deadlocked at 17. Conway over to Coward. Jones can't find an opening in the middle. He'll come to set a screen for Conway. Back to Coward. He'll try a 3. That is good.
Wiley had something to say. Go ahead and shoot it, LJ. And LJ, as he hit it, turned around and had something to say to Coach. And Coach gave him a grin.
Another 3. This one's an air ball. Too much mustard on it from Rogers. Coward in transition over to Jones to Posh Posh. May got away with a walk.
2 steps.
What a feed. What a catch by Jones.
Nice cut by Jones, too, on the dive from the head of the circle down to the block.
That was a missile coming in. And now we do see Nico Clare there. He was in all sweats, so he is in action tonight.
Well,
looked like he hadn't changed at all as Burton hits another 3 for the Grenadiers.
That's what we get for thinking. Correct?
He hadn't changed, hadn't taken any of the sweats off or anything. The only thing he had lost from earlier today had been warm-ups was headphones. 22-20.
And his smile.
Oh, absolutely.
He was smiling in warm-ups a little bit.
Coward stops at the elbow, down low to Posh Posh, and gets called for the walk.
But I thought Gordon might have gotten away with a foul, too. I thought Gordon got up underneath Posh Posh as he came down. But
so Hugo Boomba and Nico Clareth in. Timeout on the floor. 10:56. The 3 ball on the year. And IU Southeast playing into that right now. Remember we saw Washington Adventist about a week and a half ago knock down 15 threes against the Tigers. Thus far tonight, IU Southeast 4 out of 10. It's keeping a minute right now against number 1 Georgetown.
Well, Georgetown needs to focus on the defensive end right now. They are not playing very good defense right now, to be honest.
Osborne trying to drive through Clareth. Got through 2. Couldn't finish the up-under. Got his own rebound back. And bumped and the foul. And that's the situation right there, partner, where Osborne wanted it more than anybody in white.
That's it. He just wanted it. You know, we heard that phrase thrown around a lot Saturday afternoon in the press box after the football game, especially from the Cumberland folks. That was Osborne that just wanted it more than 2 Tigers.
Osborne hits the free throw. He now has 7 to tie for a game high. And the Grenadiers within 1.
Actually, they lead by 1.
You're right, yeah. First time to lead, my mistake. Other way around.
Coffey's a guard. LJ will get the ball out of his hands. Thank you.
They forced him to bring it up because of good pressure from Hendricks. And now the Grenadiers go back into the zone.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if it's a 2-3 or a 1-2-2. I can't really tell.
Clareth got it to go somehow through traffic. Nico's first basket.
Just used his size and strength to get to the paint.
And Georgetown back in front. Burton, quick 3. No, not a good shot.
Oh, boy.
Coffey pass over to Clareth. Got just enough space and knocked it down. His 21st 3 of the season. And Nico Clareth with a 5-0 run off the bench to put Georgetown back in front by 4.
Believe it or not, Coffey got an assist out of that one. Only because Clareth called for it.
Hendricks now out to Rogers. He's cut off. Back to Hendricks. Good close at that time by Coffey.
Nice 2-man game.
A Rogers 3. Can't get it to go, and Boomba has the board for Georgetown.
The only thing about Boomba, when he goes to rebound the basketball, he's always got both hands on it.
And basket's up there. And good look from Coward to find Boomba streaking down the lane. And Hugo Boomba will go to the line. Rogers commits the foul. That's not a bad foul. Boomba has not been a good free throw shooter early on in the year, just 4 for 11.
Yeah, but he doesn't have a bad-looking shot or release. You see what I'm talking about? It's not a bad-looking shot at all. You just have to believe when you let it go that's going to go in.
Jacoby Brown into the game for the first time for IU Southeast. He's the tallest member of the active roster at 6'6". He's another freshman out of Louisville, attended Western High School. Boomba goes 1 for 2, and Brown has the board. This is Burton. Gets it out to Wales, who's returned to action for the Grenadiers. Here is Brown. Averages just 3 points a game. And only 11 minutes because foul trouble has been a problem for him thus far in the year. He's averaging a foul every 4 minutes. Osborne, hesitation move, gets it over to Wales with the shot clock winding down, drills the jumper.
And he got around Coffey, who closed out again.
One of the things I'm seeing, Chris Coffey's going for every single shot fake right now, and there's no reason to.
He's getting his frequent flyer miles in.
Bosh, walk.
Well, I give the credit to the bench over there, IU Southeast, a delayed whistle from the official. It was a walk, but it was one that the official was either didn't see it or was slowing the whistle.
28-23, Tigers lead, 8:40 to play in the half. This is Douglas. Now to Burton, nearly had it deflected away by Boomba. Osborne.
Oh, boy.
Now Burton, a three, is good.
Got to quit going for shot fakes. Georgetown right now going at every little shot fake, and they're, that's the problem when you're outsized the team in height. You like to get your stats in for block shots.
Clareth forced the issue. Brown with the block. The Grenadiers coming for the lead one more time. Wales, 15-footer, gives them the lead. They are looking to run off a missed shot, and right now Georgetown not doing a good job in transition defense.
Well, they are. They've been in here before, and they've given Georgetown fits.
Omer, nice drive. Can't get it to go, though.
Use the left hand, though. Got to use the left.
Burton. No one cuts off the ball. Slipped through the hands of Brown, but he got it back. Wales gets a look at a three. Not there. Posh, good job to knock it away from Brown.
The Coffey was just nailed to the floor.
Clareth now sets things up. He'll pull up from the elbow. Got around his man, knocked down the jumper. Pure form from Nico Clareth. He has 7 off the bench. We're tied at 30.
Now that was in context of the fast break there.
Burton with the left hand, fall away from 10. Nice touch.
Might have gotten away with a little discard with the off arm, but nice job with the fall away after getting the space.
He has 8. And that leads everybody here tonight. And the Grenadiers back in front with exactly 7 minutes remaining in the first half. Clareth will take a three over Osborne. Got it again.
Boy, he's like Millinghouse. He can light it up as soon as he comes on the floor.
And now a turnover, 4-on-2 for the Tigers. Clareth, Chris Coffey will finish the lob.
Coffey thought he was going to shoot it and wasn't expecting it, so he didn't time his run right.
Coffey now with 4. Give the assist to Clareth, and Georgetown right back in front. Osborne, a little in and out dribble, and gives it up to Brown. Now Burton, he'll let a three fly. They have the green light at any time as Burton knocks down another one. That's the 6th Grenadiers 3 of the half. We are tied again at 35.
They have the green light as soon as they get on the bus.
6:15 to go in the half. Clareth wants to answer. He has 13 since coming into the ball game.
Well, it's hot in here temperature-wise, and both teams shooting hot right now.
Osborne to match. Nearly went down. Clareth coming to the front court. Posh and offensive fouls. He shoved off of Osborne.
Thought Osborne, though, was holding him all the way down the floor, too, and he shoved him to get him free.
You bring him in that close and then extend those 6'8" arms that far, you're going to get caught every time. Good ball game we have here in the first half. Grenadiers.
Okay, you want to come in here and go bombs away, we'll go with you up and down the floor, but there are nights like this that if you let a team like this hang around, you could get shocked. Just ask the team up the road.
The Grenadiers shooting 52% thus far in the first half. We've already had 11 made threes here in the first 14-plus minutes. Burton With Conway having a hand in his face, going to try and drive with the left hand. Fall away from the foul line. Too strong. Good defense from Conway to get a hand up and not allow Burton to rise up.
But also to cut him off and make him step back.
Clarith, straight away. If you don't get a hand in his face, it's got a good shot at going in. This time he left it short. That's the first missed three of the night for Georgetown. They're now 5 for 6.
That was a heat check there. He maybe a half step too far out of his range. Maybe.
Wales puts the fist up to signal the play. Now to Osborne, who's been the primary quarterback of this offense. Wales getting a screen from Brown. Gave up a three. Burton working against Clarith. Shot clock down to 10. Good pass out. Douglas's three. Too strong. Good job by Jones to block out Brown.
And went with both hands.
Coward down the lane is bumped by Wales on the drive. And they will get Anthony Wales with his first foul in the team's fourth. Demaje Blackwell back in for Kerion Douglas.
Wiley Brown wanting an explanation.
Just some clarification. Chris Coffey finishes the lob. Georgetown loves to run that out-of-bounds play with Coffey at the rim, and he's able to guide it in. Coffey now with 6. Give L.J. Coward a second assist. Blackwell with a strong finish. He is instant offense off the bench.
And again, Georgetown not paying attention to the defensive end, though, and letting the Grenadiers get into the paint at will.
Coffey at the top, down the lane, basket and the foul.
I wonder what he was. Oh, he's going to clean up his own mess. Well, thank you, Chris.
Well, that's efficient.
Well, we can't give him too much credit, though.
Brown picks up the foul.
Now he throws it and almost hit Richard in the face with it.
I wonder if Richard got that shot. Of the towel coming at him.
I hope not.
I know he got the shot of the finish there. Photographer Richard Davis does a fabulous job catching all of the action for Georgetown College athletics.
Yeah, and my favorite of Saturday was the one of Jake Johnson going up between two defenders for that catch, that phenomenal catch.
Coffey's free throw woes continue. He's just a 55% three-point shooter. 5-point Georgetown lead. Clarith late on defense, nearly got burned. Burton turned the shot. Osborne out to Blackwell. His three is good.
Wow.
Blackwell is now 9 for 13 from three-point range on the season.
They just keep going bombs away.
That's their 7th three. Coffey working on Rogers. Spins to the baseline. Basket and the foul. This feels like one of these games where Chris Coffey could go for 30. Rogers picks up his second.
But he's got to do it within the context. But he could have 30 down here, but here's where I want him to start. Is down here on this defensive end.
4:01 to play in the half. And we have had 85 combined points.
And we're not done.
Defense optional on both sides. Georgetown shooting 65%.
Yeah, check your defensive sneakers at the door before you come in.
Osborne with the right hand. That is his offhand. Stuck in the paint. Finds it out to Burton. Now Osborne again straight away with 10 to shoot. Working with the right hand on Clarith. Good
nice
hesitation move. And can't get the finish, though. Did everything else right. Just could not get the bounce.
Nico did a nice job, though, of contesting.
Coward down the lane. He's cut off through two Grenadiers. May got away with a walk. Got his own rebound back and then throws it away to Antonio Rogers. Coffey chasing. Rogers lays it in. Another turnover for L.J. Coward. 45-42. Georgetown with the lead.
Every time Georgetown starts to get a little distance between them and the Grenadiers, they
Claris,
short.
Three, left it short again. That's twice now from the same spot. He's left it short.
That was a walk.
Yeah, Osborne got away with it. Wales line drive three is no good. Chris Coffey has his 5th rebound. Both these teams just at a breakneck pace right now. Coward with the crossover, wanting a foul on Blackwell, won't get it, and he's staying behind everything to argue, and he just got himself teed up.
Well, first off, I thought LJ has an argument. Second off, you know this officiating crew. You know who has the quick trigger and who doesn't. He didn't even get a warning. He gets stuck. So he said the magic word.
Osborne will shoot the technicals. 1 for 1 tonight, 5 for 5 on the season.
but you hurt your team because not only do they get the 2 points possibly out of those free throws, they get the basketball back.
This is a good free throw shooting team in IU Southeast. 75% as a team on the season. That will win you a lot of ball games come conference time.
Yes, and postseason.
Absolutely. Osborne hits both. He now has 9. And IU Southeast, Division II team with the ball and a chance for the lead at number 1 Georgetown.
Well, I just heard the confrontation or the conversation between the official and LJ, and I'll relay what I made out of that.
Burton out to the left side, and Tully, who had a nice start off the bench. Another shot fake Georgetown falls for. Chris Coffey with a monster rejection, but it leads to a Burton 3. This time is short.
Maybe a step outside his range.
Omer back in. Crossover on Burton. Again, challenged at the rim.
They are not giving that body up. Matter of fact, LJ said, you got to give me that foul when I'm going in there. He's off balance, and he's riding me like that. And the official said, I'm not giving you that.
But at the same time, Georgetown's got to start playing for the shot and not just assuming a whistle's coming. Jacob
Correct.
Conway, strength down low. He has 6. And it seems like right now it's what a lot of these Tiger guards are doing. They're anticipating a call and playing for that instead of playing for the shot. Burton with the left hand, poked away by Omer. Coward gets it up ahead. Omer behind the defense. Missed the bunny. Chris Coffey, though, hustling, got it back. Second try is in.
Give Gordon credit, though, for hustling back to bother Omer. But for you young folks, that's why that window's up there. Use it.
Coffey now with 13 here in the half. Blackwell throws it right to Coward. It ends up in the hands of Kyron Jones. Coward over to Omer, and three-pointer rattles in. I thought it was going to be blocked from behind. Instead, it's Omer's second 3, and all of a sudden it's an 8-point lead, and the Grenadiers need a timeout. It was so hot in here earlier, and I looked at him and said, save some of the ice for the rest of us.
Yeah.
It is warm in Davis Reed Alumni Gym tonight.
Now, there were some of the old gyms back in the day, like Alligator Alley down in Gainesville, that could be deemed one of those things.
Nice up and under move. Coffey, lackadaisical defense, and Rogers just went right by him.
That should never happen.
And this is the issue we see at times with this team. Coward on the crossover down low. It is blocked by Tolley. As again, I think L.J. Coward was looking for contact instead of playing for the shot. But the Georgetown Tigers get the ball back thanks to the Grenadiers' travel.
Well, I think Georgetown got a break. I thought there was a foul on Jones, to be honest with you.
This is similar to what we saw against Vanguard last week. And
we saw it with Adventist as well.
The struggles defensively in the first half. Conway's 3, rush shot. Jones offensive rebound and then left the 2-footer short. Coffey just barreling people over for the rebound. Leads to an Omer long 2. That is no good. And the Grenadiers finally come away with the ball. And Osborne will come into the front court with 40 seconds in the half. Osborne. Chris Coffey left him alone, and that's what happens. Why would you leave him? That's the 8th 3 for IU Southeast in the half. Shot clock and game clock now virtually identical. 20 seconds to show. Omer going to work on Hendricks. Hesitation move down low, and that's going to be a tie-up and over to Southeast. Great job by Hendricks to come in with the left hand and tie up Omer without committing the foul.
Well, here's the thing. Why would you go with 11.6? You have the shot clock is going to be under – well, the game clock's going to be under 10 seconds, and you wind up getting yourself in
There's
in
another
trouble.
situation I thought where Omer was looking for the contact and not playing the shot. Douglas, last second shot off the back iron. Brown trying to tip it. It won't go, and we will reach halftime. We have a shootout on our hands at Davis Reed Alumni Gym. IU Southeast with 8 threes in the first half. Georgetown 6 for 9 downtown. Really good for IU Southeast in the first half. 12-4-4 for the Mount Washington native.
Here's the other thing about this with Georgetown. Don't talk to the officials. I mean, we talk about how they are carefree and loose. Yep. Don't do that. Let it go.
Second game in a row, Georgetown has picked up a technical foul. Kyron Jones, first play of the second half, not there. Second effort is good.
Just padding his offensive stats so he can move up nationally.
Gives him 6 points and now 9 rebounds. Still looking for a 3, Kyron. I'm just saying.
At least one.
And you told us you'd hit. You told us you'd hit 3 tonight. Of course, you also have to attempt one. So Osborne.
But I like his game. He's letting it come to him, though.
Wales will take a long 2 and knock it down. Coffey was playing for the drive, and Wales knocks down the 18-footer. He has 6.
But again, Chris standing straight up. You know, you got to get down to guard somebody, Chris.
Coward sets a screen for Coffey. Good bounce feed. Coffey lays it in, and the foul.
That's a tough bounce pass, though, and LJ was able to execute it. But with the height advantage, I'd like for him to see it, throw it up, and let Chris go get it, because that's a tough catch.
Yeah, Burton commits the foul. That's his second, and Chris Coffey to the foul line. He's 1 for 2 tonight. And that one, gross. Put a dent in the backboard.
Did it crack it, maybe?
And he was working on those in warm-ups, too. But
well, he wasn't putting a whole lot of effort into it. He was shooting free throws, I'll just say that.
Burton will try and back Coward down. A mismatch here. He'll take the fall-away jumper and hit it. Pretty shot from
somebody
David Burton.
Has to dive back in to give a little bit of help.
Burton now with 13. 3-point Georgetown lead. Minute and a half in to the second frame. Coward throws it to nobody. Expecting Coffey to roll. He didn't. Wales has it. Now over to Hendricks. 3 for the tie. No good. And Kyron Jones has his 10th rebound. Second straight game and third on the season. He has 10 rebounds. Omer spin to the rim. Will earn himself a trip to the foul line as he is bumped on the drive by Rogers, and that's Rogers' third foul.
But you got Mr. Offense coming in for the Grenadiers in Douglas. I mean, as soon as he got on the floor, he let one fly.
Omer at the foul line, 86% on the season, and it is good. 7th point of the night. Now Blackwell checks in for Osborne. Blackwell had 7 in the first half.
Figured they would get the guy out who had 3 fouls, but no.
Rogers stays on. Blackwell is coming into this one, averages just 20 minutes a night, but he scores 14 points per game, so very efficient. Omer hits 2 free throws. He now has 8. It's back to a 5-point Georgetown lead.
You got to correct the problem on this end.
Wales working on Coffey. They've got a mismatch down low again with Burton on Coward. And the mismatch out here. Wales again over Coffey. This time off to the right. Better challenge that time from Chris Coffey. Omer trying to do too much, and he'll get bailed out with the foul.
Well,
Wales commits his second.
Now, I will say this. There's a difference between the way Chris Coffey defended that time and the way he's been defending all night. He was sitting down in a position to guard, hand up, and didn't allow the drive.
Coffey down the lane, spin, and Burton tried to draw the charge, and good job by the official to let it go. Coffey lays it in. He has 17.
Now, I don't know if that's a rule at the NEI level, but I know at the NCAA level, if you flop, you can be teed up for it.
Jumper rattled home by Jacoby Hendricks. With a lost start of the mid-range jumper. We've seen the Grenadiers hit several of those tonight. Hendricks now with 8. Back to a 5-point Georgetown lead.
Yeah, but if you're Georgetown, you cannot let him get that deep.
Coward up, and Coffey puts it in. Just got off the rim, and a good job by Coffey to time that to avoid basket interference. Chris Coffey now with 19. Hendricks buries it.
There was no need to switch that. Jacobs got to fight over. There was no screen.
9th 3 for IU Southeast, first of the half. 4-point Georgetown lead. Coward waiting the screen from Jones. Now crosses over into the lane. Chris Coffey lost it, got it back, laid it in. And there's just nothing IU Southeast can do with Chris Coffey right now. He has 21.
Well, he corrected one little problem on defense. Oh, my goodness gracious.
Rogers, nice drive, but couldn't finish. Kyron Jones pulls down his 11th rebound.
Well, he better get the rebound because he let him back him right down inside the paint.
Here's Coffey again. Feed the hot hand.
Burton
daring him to take it, and Chris Coffey smart not to do it, and will go to the foul line.
That's a good foul by Burton, though. What are they going to call Rogers?
That is Burton. That'll be his 3rd and the team's 4th.
I thought they said 4th.
It's 3.
Okay.
Chris Coffey at the line. But as you said, that's not a bad foul. Chris Coffey still continues to struggle from the free throw line. He's just 1 for 3 tonight.
Now, see, when he takes his time at the free throw line, he's a pretty decent shooter from the line. But he has a tendency to rush things.
The form is there.
Well, at least he took his time, and that time got it down to where he could shoot the basketball.
The second for the senior is good. Chris Coffey now has a season high, 23 points.
He took his time, deep in. In other words, his form was the same on both free throws this time than it has been. He changes, it seems like, from game to game and shot to shot.
And Jacoby Brown now will come in to offer some resistance to Chris Coffey size-wise. Brown at 6'6". Blackwell trying to go coast to coast on Conway. Coffey with the rejection. A foul will be called. I'm not sure if it'll be on Coffey. I think they might get Conway down low, and they will.
They said he pushed his arm. They said he pushed his arm. I didn't think he pushed his arm at all. That's a bailout call that helps Douglas. That's a tough call. Blackwell, I'm sorry.
Blackwell at the line. First foray there tonight, and he left it short.
Ooh.
7 of 10 on the year.
He didn't use his legs at all there. That was all arm.
He was nearly perfect in the season-opening win over Cumberland's. He had 17 points, 5 of 6 from the field, 3 of 3 from three-point range, and 4 for 4 at the foul line.
That was a better-looking shot. That first one, he just used all upper body and was almost trying to will it up there.
4 minutes into the second half, 66-59 in favor of Georgetown. Conway got open down low. Great screen by Chris Coffey. He set the screen up top, and Conway ran to the rim, and no rotation from the Grenadiers. It's a 9-point lead for Georgetown, its largest.
No rotation, but no conversation between the players.
Blackwell had an open look at a 3, instead takes a contested 2, and Chris Coffey has his 10th rebound. Up ahead, Kyron Jones trying to work his way, spinning on Osborne, and up, fights through the contact, and he's going to the foul line.
Well, Georgetown just right now just willing their size inside right now against the Grenadiers.
This is bully ball right now from Georgetown.
Yes.
And the rate they're going to live at the foul line here in the second half. That is the 15th foul against IU Southeast already. Kyron Jones bounces in the first.
And if they do, they'll need to pay rent if they're there that much.
And Georgetown.
How many free throws they shot tonight so far?
Georgetown now 7 of 10. That's the 6th free throw they've attempted here in the second half after going just 2 for 4 from the line in the first. Jones' second one, a knuckleball, not there, and Burton pulls down the board.
First double-digit lead of the night.
Yes, it is. Biggest lead for Georgetown, 69-59. Hendricks working on Conway down the lane. Not there. Chris Coffey, another rebound, his 11th. Coffey looks much more engaged on that side of the floor. Omer, quick 3, not there. Chris Coffey, weak side rebound, puts it in. Perfect position for Coffey. He has 25.
Well, he had no choice but to catch it because it came right down in his lap.
The other side, Hendricks gets an open look. It's not there. Coward has the rebound. And I think Georgetown could smell a run going on right now. Omer down the lane, up and under, and finishes. And the Grenadiers might want to think about a timeout here. This is getting away. It's a 14-point Tiger lead.
This is what Georgetown can do, but IU Southeast has hung around. See if they get a good shot here.
Rogers, that's a good shot. It just didn't go down.
That was a great shot. Anytime you get it at the rim, that's a great shot.
Coward will slow it down for the moment. I expect to see what we get right here. Chris Coffey posted up on David Burton. Burton has had no answer all night long. Triple team comes, and this time it results in the block, and the ball goes over to the Grenadiers.
Well, he took it up there like a sissy. Take it up there strong, Chris.
I think he also made up his mind what he was going to do.
Well, he needed to take everything up strong. He just went in there and just said, okay, I'm just going to take it in here and just kind of, No, you got to take it up in there strong. They're going to body you up.
Coffey with 25 points here tonight.
12 rebounds, too, isn't he?
Correct. Straight away, now over to Blackwell.
Hand up.
Hendricks at the top with 10. Now they get to Burton from the foul line. Pretty, boy. He is efficient as you could ask for in the mid-range game. David Burton, he now has 15.
Well, they had a mismatch with Omer in the lane. Omer did all he could do, forced him to fall away, had a hand up in the face to challenge.
Coward lost it.
Yep, got a little lazy with the dribble.
Hendricks knocked it away. Now Hendricks with the pass over to Blackwell. Left-hander is good.
Here comes their run now. They got it back down to 10.
Blackwell now with 10.
They're not going to quit.
It's 4 in a row now for the Grenadiers.
That guy over there in that suit's not going to let him quit.
Coward, double teamed at the top. Now Coffey, baseline jumper. Not there. Kyron Jones tried to tip it with one hand, should have used two. Hendricks, this side, skips the pass over to Osborne, doesn't want the three. Blackwell will let it fly. That is 7 in a row for the Grenadiers. And as you said, they are not going to go away.
Well, Wiley Brown's not going to let them go away. He's not going to let them quit.
13 minutes to play, 7-point game.
And they're going to battle.
A 7-0 Grenadiers run. Omer going to work on Blackwell. Has the baseline open, doesn't want it. Going to work into the middle instead with the left hand. It can't get it to go. Coffey tried the putback finish. Burton deflected it. And now Blackwell in front. 5-on-4 into the corner. Hendricks again.
They got it down to 4.
It is a 10-0 run. He got open on the play. And I looked behind the play, and Jake Omer was too busy punching the baseline, wanting a foul instead of getting back on defense. 10-0 run for IU Southeast. Coward straightaway three, rolls it in. I don't know that that's the shot Chris Briggs wants, but he'll take it. Coward with 10.
We're back on the playground again now. Neither team playing defense.
As Georgetown 7-3, Southeast has hit 11. Burton left it way short. Coffey has his 13th rebound.
I think Coach Brown liked that shot from Burton.
Coward over to Omer, spot up, splash down. Okay, so a 10-0 run for IU Southeast. Now 6-0 back the other way for Georgetown. 10-point lead again. Hendricks gets a screen. Going to try and drive on Coffey. Wraps it around to Rogers. His three is also good. Man, what is up with the shooting tonight? The 19th three of the ball game. 79-72 with 11:20 to play. Coward will try it again. And off the mark.
Not a good shot.
And again, I don't think that's what Chris Briggs wants. Coward has not been a good three-point shooter throughout his career. And Hendricks on the drive picked up the foul on L.J. Coward. And that will be L.J.'s second, the team's second. And we finally reach the media timeout. 11:09 to play here in Georgetown. Both teams lighting it up from
there. Same thing with Lindsey Wilson. And, you know, Coach Cunningham or Coach Keith Atkins is going to find some way to get it done down there.
The Life Running Eagles, they're unbeaten right now.
Yeah, and the fact is you go down there and play well. You never play well up at Shawnee, up in Portsmouth. And now you throw Thomas More in the mix. I mean, it is a much different conference, and you better come ready to play on the defensive end.
But Georgetown's offense has been up to the task here thus far tonight, and in the second half, they're shooting 62%. Here is Hendricks, shot clock down to 5, and is able to get the jumper off with rather ease. Chris Coffey pulls down his 17th rebound. Coward over to Coffey, now going to work on Burton. It worked on the opposite block earlier in the half. Coffey can't get the touch this time. Posh deflected it into the hands of Douglas. 1-on-2 the other way. Douglas right around L.J. Coward for the lay-in.
And between three Tigers. That ball should have been stopped at the free throw line.
Well, that was matador defense from Coward, and maybe just not want to commit the foul. Douglas's first basket. Coffey, good pass down low to Boomba, and he was not given room to come down with the pass, and Douglas picks up the foul. It will be his third and the team's ninth. It'll put Hugo Boomba at the foul line.
Well, I will tell you, you're going to see some teams that are going to start running some combination defenses. In other words, man with certain players and zone with others. And, oh, Lord, have mercy.
Georgetown now 9 of 15 at the foul line tonight. Tolley wants a three, and knuckleball not there, and Omer has the weak side board.
Almost mistimed his jump.
Omer, pass over to Boomba, and
looked pretty good here.
I thought Hendricks came through clean myself. It will be instead his first foul and the team's 10th. Correction, his second foul and the team's 10th. So Boomba back to the foul line. This time he'll shoot 2. Boomba 1 for 3 on the line tonight.
He uses no legs whatsoever. It's all upper body and all arm.
His second point. Left that one short and knew it. Got his own rebound back. Boy, if you're Wiley Brown, that is inexcusable.
Nobody had the shooter.
Rogers wants to drive on Coffey. Good hesitation move. Good pass over to the streaking Kerryon Douglas.
Still hanging around.
93-80 with 6:05 to play.
Boy, you know Kelly Wells is going to see this film up at U-Pike, and he is just salivating with some of those guards he has.
Coward looking for somebody. Now Boomba finally comes to set a screen as IU Southeast remains in the zone. Straight away, Coward now finds over to Boomba. Shot clock down to 5. Pirouette pass to Coward for the 3. Rattles out. Posh puts back the offensive board. That's the 17th offensive rebound, leading to 18 second chance points. Long 3, and Coffey has his 18th rebound.
Uh-oh, he's asking for a touchdown pass.
Omer looking for Boomba on the elbow. There he is. Hugo Boomba spinning the lane and left the shot short, pulled down by Douglas.
Get back, Chris.
Rogers gets it out to Burton. He's knocked down multiple threes, making another one. That is his 4th. David Burton now with a season-high 21.
And they're back within 12.
95-83, 5 minutes remaining. This now the highest point total Georgetown's allowed in this season. Homer stops at the elbow. Here's to Coffey on the block. Double team coming. Coffey, good opposite pass to L.J. Coward. Bingo. That is outstanding recognition from Chris Coffey to look opposite on the double team. And Georgetown has knocked down its 10th three.
Well, that's a better shot out of the offense from L.J. on the 3 like that.
Burton wanting to work on Posh and gives it up to Hendricks. Tolley thought about it, working against Coffey. Coffey still giving him room. Now switch to Posh, and Posh picks up a cheapie at the top. His 2nd, just the team's 4th. Timeout on the floor. A high-scoring affair here at Davis Reed Alumni Gym. The Tigers back at Davis Reed Alumni Gym. 4 minutes and 20 seconds remaining on the clock. Georgetown leading IU Southeast 98-83, as it has been a 3-point barrage all night long on both sides. IU Southeast has hit 14 threes. Georgetown has hit 10. Rebounding we thought would be in Georgetown's favor, and that has been the difference tonight. The Tigers plus 23 on the boards. 17 offensive rebounds have led to 18 second chance points. Georgetown plus 16 in second chance points, and they lead the game by 15. Long 3 from Tolley. That time no good.
Oh.
Good rebound from Rogers. Burton in the corner now out to Rogers. Georgetown a little unorganized offensively or defensively, and Rogers helps him out, though, by throwing it over his bench into the hands of Georgetown Athletic Director Brian Evans, still showing the wide receiver hands.
Well, that Georgetown got lucky. Jones missed it. His man was the guy that got the offensive rebound. He didn't put a body on him. LJ getting his first break of the night.
Coffey working on Burton, spinning the lane, off the glass, and it is down. Chris Coffey now with 27.
He'll have to pick it up if he's going to get his career high.
And Georgetown, once again this season, has hit triple digits. Burton cut off. That's the 3rd time this year Georgetown has gone over the century mark. That pass deflected away by Posh into the hands of Kyron Jones. Omer wants the lob. Chris Coffey obliges.
Nice look away to the lob.
Coffey now with 29. Tolley the other way. And is fouled on the play as Coffey went leaping on the block attempt as Jake Omer commits the foul. It's his 1st and the team's 5th.
Now neglects to clean up his sweat mark on the floor where he went sliding.
So he cleaned up his own mess before. Now he doesn't want to.
Yeah. The official giving him a hard time, and Coffey going over, acting like he can't find the towel. Look at him. So we'll go talk to Coach Wiley Brown. Oh boy. Wiley said, "You want to switch uniforms?"
Wiley Brown might be asking him if he watched some tape on Wiley Brown's days. He He wasn't a bad rebounder back in his day.
He was a brute, and when it came to setting screens, what he set a screen.
Chris, that's your job to put the towel down and clean that up. I'm just saying.
He hasn't stopped talking since he got over there to the area.
He hasn't stopped talking since birth.
Oh,
there
boy.
we go. There.
And if anybody, for some reason, if somebody's listening for the first time to us and watching our broadcast, our relationship with Chris Coffey is one of many times of ribbing back and forth at each other. He gives a lot better than sometimes he gets from the two of us.
Tolley misses the free throw as Wales comes back in for Douglas.
It's a 19-point lead. This is the biggest lead of the night for the Tigers.
And Southeast is really just kind of run out of gas a little bit here as this has gone on.
Well, this is going to look a lot better than it really was on the defensive end so far.
3:02 to play. Omer working against Burton down low. Wild shot not there. Conway got that up and tapped it in.
Was that Conway or was that Omer?
I thought it was Conway.
I think Omer may have gotten his hand on it. I'm trying to figure out who they gave it to. Delbert is too.
Foul on the drive by Georgetown. They're going to get Jake Omer with the foul. His second and the team's sixth.
I don't know who they credited to on the thing there.
So waiting to see who that basket is credited to. I thought it was Conway. Omer was in the area as well.
Yeah, he went back. Ooh.
Rogers was in the air when he caught that one.
Yeah,
luckily.
that should have been over the back because that's that airborne thing.
Tolley will let a three fly. It is short, and Conway has the rebound this time. 104-83. And they did credit Jake Omer with the basket, so Omer now with 17. Conway remains with 8. Chris Coffey working against Rogers. Bullies his way to the lane, and he's going to the line.
If Chris could ever learn that God gave him a left hand to use occasionally, how many and ones would he have a chance to complete?
Coffey with the bucket, now has his second career 30-point game. 30 points and 18 rebounds for the senior.
Getting Justice Dixon into the ball game for the Grenadiers, number 32 in Garnet.
He is a junior out of Evansville, Indiana, by way of Dodge City Community College. Chris Coffey now with 31, one off of a career high. He set the national semifinal a year ago. 106-83.
After spending a majority of the pregame in front of us, acting like a goofball.
Osborne very quiet here in the second half. That one pulled down by Burton as Coffey missed time to jump. Osborne almost goaded into taking a three, and it's an air ball.
Now, he didn't use his legs there, and that just shows you when you get tired, your legs are very important. But I say that, folks, because Chris spent most of that day in the semifinals in warm-ups in front of Jason and I while we were trying to do our pregame.
Omer, what a move. Not much you can do if you're the Grenadiers on a play like that. Omer with now 19. The lead is ballooned to 25 with 1:35 to go. Blackwell will be given the room and no good, and Coffey has his 19th rebound.
Kind of posed a little bit, too.
Posh wants a three. It is good. Posh has his third three of the year. Chris Briggs will take the rolling timeout to get Amari Tyler into the game. And it looks like Chris Coffey's night will end, and perhaps the best night all around for him in his Georgetown career. 31 points and 19 rebounds.
Well, he had 32 and 15 in the national semis. I think he'll take that, though, over tonight. Would you say?
I would think he would. I would hope he would.
Well, we are talking about Chris. We are talking about Coffey.
Certainly atoned for a 6.5 rebound performance against Vanguard when he was in foul trouble.
And a technical foul that day. Ooh, look out. That was a bullet pass and almost took Dixon's head off.
Good hands by the fan down there on the sideline. He caught the ball.
Yeah, but it almost took Dixon's head off.
It's just the 8th Grenadiers turnover of the night. It's one thing else. Georgetown
only,
also.
Their second of the half, though, right?
And now third
with
that one. Clarith working on Dixon. A minute to go. And Clarith got a little too fancy with it, and he picks up the foul.
Too much dribbling. Move the basketball. I don't care if this is in hand, still get the ball moving. And because if you start doing this at an end of a game here, what's going to happen when you get into conference play? You got to move the basketball. Don't get into bad habits in a blowout.
Georgetown right now on a 30-9 run over the last 9 minutes.
That's almost like the run they put on U-Pike here in this gymnasium a year ago.
And it's right around the midway point of the second half. You can see the legs of IU Southeast starting to tire a little bit, and Georgetown's kept its foot on the gas. So now just 9 points for the Grenadiers over the last 9 minutes. Amari Tyler left the jumper short. Blackwell has it, and the fans here wanting to see Amari Tyler get into the scoring column. Blackwell cut off. Good
nice pass.
Feed down low, and Dixon. Bucket not there, but Amari Tyler gets into the scoring book by committing the foul. His first, team's eighth. Justice Dixon trying to get into the scoring column for the Grenadiers.
Of course, the fans down here give him the attaboy Amari. Got into the scorebook, even though it's on the fouling side of things.
Dixon gets into the scoring column. Of course, you can never miss Amari Tyler on the floor. Just look for the bright pink sneakers.
Yep. That's what they would call hot pink.
Second one is good for Dixon.
Don't ask me how I know that.
It's the correct term.
I know, but I'm just saying don't ask how I know that.
Clarith, double team by Dixon, gets it out to Coward. Amari Tyler jumping for it, and here it is. And too strong, look good. L.J. Coward was kicking and screaming in the backcourt, almost throwing a tantrum.
Because he would have had an assist.
It would have been his ninth. On the other side, there's Tyler with a nice defensive play. I almost wondered there with Osborne driving if Coward was going to commit the foul just to see if it could give Amari Tyler another chance to score.
Well,
Tyler's only points came against Miami Middletown in the season opener when he had 9. Blackwell will take a three as Boomba will let him have it, and he will knock it down. Blackwell will finish with 16. That's the 15th IU Southeast three. And that ball's deflected away, and Burton has it. And Blackwell will try a 15-footer that will go, and that will do it. As Georgetown, the final score will do them more flattering than perhaps should be taken from this. The Tigers force IU Southeast to really run out of gas over the last 7 to 8 minutes, and the Tigers wind up winning 111-90.
Well, but again, Jason,